Over 400 million Snickers bars are sold every year worldwide, proving just how much people love this classic treat. But what exactly goes into making this iconic treat? In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes to show you how Snickers bars are made, from selecting the ingredients to the final wrap. It all begins with preparing the ingredients. Key items like sugar, corn syrup, egg whites, vanilla, butter, condensed milk, roasted peanuts, and milk chocolate are stored in specific areas of the factory, ready to be used in each step of production. Next comes the nougat, which forms the center of every Snickers bar. To start, the ingredients for the nougat, sugar, corn syrup, egg whites, and vanilla, are carefully measured according to the factory's recipe. These measured ingredients are then poured into a large industrial mixer that can handle big batches. The mixer heats and stirs the ingredients at the same time, with the temperature and mixing speed carefully controlled to get just the right texture. Once the nougat reaches the right consistency, roasted peanuts are added and mixed in thoroughly. This final mixing step ensures the peanuts are evenly spread throughout the nougat, giving it the perfect balance of chewy and crunchy. After the nougat, it's time to make the caramel. Just like with the nougat, the ingredients are carefully measured and placed into a large industrial pot designed for large-scale production. The pot slowly heats up while its built-in stirring system keeps everything moving, helping the ingredients melt and blend together. As the corn syrup and butter melt, the mixture turns into a smooth, sticky liquid. Once it reaches the right consistency, condensed milk is added to complete the caramel. Condensed milk adds a creamy texture and a sweet flavor to the caramel. It's carefully mixed in with the rest of the ingredients to make sure everything blends smoothly. Once it's ready, this caramel will later be layered on top of the nougat, adding that sweet, sticky layer that Snickers is known for. After molding, the nougat travels through a cooling chamber. This step allows it to firm up and hold its shape. Once cooled, the molded nougat is carefully removed from the molds. This has to be done gently to avoid any damage. Shaping the nougat is a crucial step as it creates the core of the bar, the chewy, nutty center that gives Snickers its distinctive texture. Next is cutting and assembly. At this point, the molded nougat strips are laid out on a conveyor belt or work surface ready for the next step. They're then measured and cut to the exact size needed for individual Snickers bars. This ensures that each bar is uniform and ready for the next stage in the production line. Accuracy is key when it comes to making sure every Snickers bar is the same size and weight. Once the nougat strips are ready, they're carefully cut into individual bar-sized pieces. This is done using specialized machines that guarantee each piece is identical. After cutting, the nougat pieces are lined up and positioned for the next stage of production, adding the caramel and chocolate. This step is critical. It divides the nougat into single bars and gets them ready to receive the delicious layers that make Snickers so recognizable. Getting this part right is important for consistency in every finished bar. Now it's time for the caramel coating. A machine specially designed for this step applies a layer of warm caramel to the cut and assembled nougat bars. It's set to the correct temperature and speed to make sure everything runs smoothly. The nougat bars are fed onto the conveyor belt of the caramel coating machine, where they move through a flowing bath of caramel. The caramel is kept at just the right temperature so that it spreads easily and sticks evenly to each bar. As the bars move through the machine, they're dipped in the hot caramel. A controlled system ensures every surface gets coated, creating that signature sticky caramel layer. After coating, the bars are given a moment to drain, letting any extra caramel drip off before being sent through a cooling tunnel. This cooling step helps the caramel firm up and stay in place. Caramel coating is one of the most important stages in the Snickers production process. It creates that gooey layer we all know and love, and getting it right is essential to the taste and quality of the final bar. Once the caramel has set, the bars move on to chocolate coating. Here, they're dipped into melted milk chocolate using another specialized machine. Just like with the caramel, the machine ensures that each bar is completely and evenly coated with chocolate from top to bottom. After being coated in chocolate, the bars travel along a chilled conveyor belt where both the chocolate and caramel layers are cooled and hardened. This step is crucial to help the bars hold their shape and maintain the right texture. When everything is set, the bars head to packaging. Each one is wrapped in foil and placed into branded packaging, ready for shipping and distribution. And here we have an ice cream sandwich factory. In the assembly line, the ice cream is dispensed onto one cookie layer using automated machinery. Another cookie is placed on top, forming the sandwich. The sandwiches are then passed through a pressing machine to ensure uniform size and shape. Next, the sandwiches are flash frozen to maintain their structure and texture. Finally, they are individually wrapped, boxed, and stored in cold storage. Next up, let's explore the production of strawberry jam in a factory. The process begins with the selection of ripe, juicy strawberries, sourced from farms and inspected to ensure they meet strict quality standards. The strawberries are thoroughly washed and sorted before being transferred to large stainless steel kettles. Sugar, pectin, and sometimes lemon juice are added to the strawberries to enhance flavor and aid in thickening. The mixture is then cooked at controlled temperatures, ensuring the natural flavors and vibrant color of the fruit are preserved. Once the jam reaches the desired consistency, it is poured into sterilized glass jars using automated filling machines. The jars are sealed immediately to lock in freshness, and then pasteurized to ensure a long shelf life. After cooling, the jars are labeled and undergo rigorous quality checks before being packed and distributed to stores ready to delight customers. And here we have an ice cream sandwich factory. In the assembly line, the ice cream is dispensed onto one cookie layer using automated machinery. Another cookie is placed on top, forming the sandwich. The sandwiches are then passed through a pressing machine to ensure uniform size and shape. Next, the sandwiches are flash frozen to maintain their structure and texture. Finally, they are individually wrapped, boxed, and stored in cold storage. Ready meals are a marvel of modern food manufacturing, offering convenience without compromising on taste. The process begins with the careful selection of high-quality ingredients sourced from trusted suppliers to ensure freshness and safety. Ingredients are then prepped, cooked, and assembled in state-of-the-art kitchens where precision and hygiene are paramount. Advanced machinery handles tasks such as chopping, mixing, and portioning, while trained workers oversee quality control at every stage. Meals are cooked using industrial ovens, steamers, or fryers to replicate home-style cooking. Once cooked, the meals are rapidly chilled or frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Packaging is another critical step designed to preserve the food's quality and provide easy reheating options. Lettuce is a low-calorie, nutrient-rich vegetable packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as folate and fiber. It supports healthy digestion, boosts hydration due to its high water content, and promotes heart health. Its antioxidants help combat inflammation, making it a refreshing and nutritious addition to any meal. These machines cut the cheese into uniform slices, ensuring consistency in size and thickness. The slices are then arranged neatly onto conveyor belts and transferred to packaging units. Hygienic, airtight packaging is applied to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. Some factories include additional steps, like labeling or sealing the packs in bulk for shipping. This streamlined process ensures the cheese reaches consumers in perfect condition, ready for use. And here we have an inside look at the factory of Ben & Jerry's, where their ice cream is made. At the factory, workers mix high-quality ingredients like milk, cream, sugar, and eggs. These are mixed together to create a smooth ice cream base. Next, the mixture is frozen while being stirred to make it creamy. After that, exciting ingredients like chocolate chunks, cookie dough, or caramel swirls are added. Machines then fill the ice cream into tubs, which are sealed and stored in freezers before being sent to stores around the world. Everything is carefully checked to make sure the ice cream tastes perfect. Over 4 million tons of tuna are produced globally each year, making it one of the most consumed fish in the world. From the moment the tuna is caught at sea to its final packaging in the factory, every step is carefully designed to preserve its quality and nutritional value. Let's take a closer look at the step-by-step process of how canned tuna is made. Canned tuna first became known in the United States in 1909, particularly on the West Coast. It was invented as a way to preserve fish for long periods without refrigeration. This method extends the shelf life of food from 1 to 5 years. The cans, typically made of stainless steel, are hermetically sealed to protect the contents from ultraviolet light, oxygen, and microorganisms. Tuna is an excellent source of protein, containing about 24 to 25 grams per serving. In fact, scientific studies suggest that canned tuna may even have more protein than fresh tuna, making it a highly nutritious choice for a healthy diet. Tuna is frozen directly on fishing boats and transported to the factory while maintaining the cold chain. At the factory, between 25 and 30 tons of tuna are processed daily. First, the tuna is received from suppliers or fishing boats, and its quality is checked to ensure it is in good condition. Next, the frozen tuna is cut using a saw, first removing the head, then the belly, and finally the tail. Before entering production, the tuna is submerged in water for an extended period to prepare it for cooking. Large trays, 14 meters long and capable of holding around 10,000 kilos of tuna, are used to preserve its flavor and nutritional value. The tuna is then steamed while being constantly monitored by probes inserted into the slices. After about 3 hours of cooking, the tuna is cooled in special conditioning chambers. This step removes excess moisture, ensuring a higher quality final product. The steaming process also eliminates excess fat, making it easier to remove the skin and bones. Once cooled, the tuna moves to the cleaning tables, where workers separate the edible meat from the skin and bones. During processing, workers carefully clean the fish, removing unwanted bones, scales, skin, and fins, while ensuring the meat meets quality standards. The way the tuna is cut depends on the type of can it will be packaged in. Alongside traditional manual production, an advanced automated system operates with 5 production lines to efficiently can the tuna. Once cleaned, the tuna loins are transferred to the canning process. The cleaned tuna loins are placed into a channel, which moves them into a compression chamber to form a cylindrical shape. Blades then cut the tuna and place it into cans. These cans are automatically filled and transported in a single line from the filling machine to the vacuum packaging machine. Each filler can process up to 600 cans per minute, ensuring long-term preservation. Next, liquids are added to the cans depending on the company's recipe. The most common options include olive oil, sunflower oil, or salt water, which help maintain the tuna's quality over time. The filled cans move along conveyor belts, where the liquid is precisely dosed before being sealed and washed. The lids are automatically placed and sealed in a vacuum chamber, where air is removed for a tight, secure closure. Human operators oversee this step to ensure proper sealing, preventing any defects. Sealing machines use steam jets for an airtight seal, processing between 100 and 800 cans per minute. After sealing, the cans are washed and loaded into baskets for steam cooking in autoclaves. They pass through a water bath to remove any oil residue before being transported by powerful magnetic lifts to large metal containers. These containers hold stacks of 12 cans by 12, which are placed in massive pressure cookers for sterilization. Each batch can process up to 12,000 cans at a time. The products, placed in special baskets, move to the next stage, sterilization, one of the most critical steps. Inside large steam autoclaves, the cans undergo a carefully controlled sterilization process, monitored by thermographic technology. This ensures the product is free from harmful bacteria and remains safe and durable for long-term storage. After sterilization, the cans are still hot and go through a cooling process. They first undergo a thermal treatment to extend their shelf life, then receive a cold water bath to regulate their temperature. This prevents any issues during transportation and storage in supermarkets. Next, The sealed cans are placed in sterilization chambers with hot steam to eliminate any bacteria that may be present inside the can or the food itself. Once sterilization is complete, the cans are washed and cooled with ice water. The airtight container prevents any microorganisms from entering and contaminating the product after cooking. Once cooled, the sterilized cans move to a quality control stage. They pass through an X-ray machine to check for bones or metal fragments before proceeding to labeling. The following day, quality control staff open random samples from the previous batch to ensure product consistency. Each production batch undergoes extensive laboratory testing to guarantee food safety. Finally, the cans are labeled with product information, packed into cardboard boxes, and prepared for worldwide shipment. Before delivery, manufacturers conduct one final inspection to ensure no cans are damaged. Some manufacturers hold onto cans for a short period to monitor for any swelling or defects. Damaged cans are never sent to market. Over 12 billion Choco Pies have been sold globally, reflecting their immense popularity. The process of making Choco Pie begins with preparing the soft, sponge-like cakes that form the base and top layers. A batter is mixed using flour, eggs, sugar, and other essential ingredients before being baked into perfectly uniform round cake pieces. The marshmallow filling, which gives Choco Pie its signature softness, is prepared by whipping sugar, gelatin, and water into a fluffy consistency. This filling is carefully piped onto one of the cake layers. The second cake layer is then placed on top, forming a sandwich-like structure with marshmallow in the center. The next step involves coating the assembled cakes in a layer of rich chocolate. The chocolate is melted and evenly applied through an enrobing process, ensuring each Choco Pie is completely covered. After coating, the pies are cooled to allow the chocolate to set, giving them their glossy appearance and firm exterior. Finally, the Choco Pies undergo quality checks to ensure consistency in taste, texture, and appearance before being individually packaged. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of dumpling production in a modern factory. Every day, millions of dumplings are made using fresh ingredients and advanced machines. The goal is to keep the same delicious taste as homemade dumplings while making them quickly and efficiently. The process starts with mixing flour and water to make soft dough. At the same time, fresh vegetables, meat, and seasonings are prepared for the filling. Machines roll out the dough into thin wrappers and carefully fill each one with the tasty mixture. Then, the dumplings are folded and sealed just like they would be by hand. Some dumplings are steamed, boiled, or frozen, depending on how they will be sold. After a final quality check, they are packed and sent to supermarkets and restaurants. Customers can then cook and enjoy them at home. What we see here is a fascinating process that turns liquid ingredients into delicious frozen treats. Popsicles are made in factories using a simple but efficient process. First, ingredients like fruit juice, sugar, and flavoring are mixed in large tanks. The mixture is then poured into molds shaped like popsicles. A machine inserts wooden sticks into each mold before they move into a freezing chamber. The temperature in this chamber is extremely low, which helps the popsicles freeze quickly and evenly. Once frozen, the popsicles are removed from the molds using warm water, which loosens them without melting. After that, they pass through a quality check to make sure they are the right shape, color, and texture. Next, they are wrapped in plastic or placed into boxes for packaging. Finally, the popsicles are stored in freezers until they are shipped to stores. Right here, we have a beef patties factory. The process starts by grinding beef into small pieces. Then, the ground beef is mixed with spices, salt, and other ingredients to add flavor. This mixture is placed into a machine that shapes it into round, flat patties. The patties are carefully frozen to ensure they are safe to eat and remain fresh. The patties are packaged in plastic or boxes, labeled and sent out to stores or restaurants. This process helps produce beef patties quickly and safely ready for people to enjoy in their meals. Every year, 3 billion surprise eggs are sold worldwide. These irresistible chocolate eggs contain a hidden surprise inside. But how are they made? Let's take a look inside the Ferrero factory to see how one of the world's most popular treats is produced. Kinder Surprise was created in 1974 by Michele Ferrero, founder of the Italian company Ferrero. Inspired by Italy's Easter tradition of hiding surprises in chocolate eggs, he wanted to bring that magic to children all year round. To achieve this, Ferrero combined its chocolate-making expertise with a unique idea, placing a small toy inside a chocolate egg. The result was Kinder Surprise, a treat loved by both children and adults. The process of making Kinder Surprise starts with selecting high-quality ingredients. Cocoa beans are sourced from tropical regions, mainly in West Africa, such as the Ivory Coast. Farmers harvest ripe cocoa pods by hand, extract the beans, and leave them to ferment for 7 days. This fermentation process develops the flavors characteristic of cocoa. The beans are then sun-dried for 10 days, reducing moisture for easier storage and transport. Once dried, they are sent to factories where they are carefully cleaned to remove impurities like dust and stones before being stored under controlled conditions. The milk used comes from dairy farms that meet strict quality and sustainability standards. Sugar is extracted from sugarcane grown in tropical climates. The cane stalks are crushed to release the juice, which is then filtered, purified, and crystallized to produce refined sugar. Once all the ingredients arrive at the factory, the chocolate production process begins. During cocoa bean processing, cocoa paste is extracted. This paste is then pressed to separate its two main components: cocoa butter, a natural fat that gives chocolate its creamy texture, and cocoa powder used to enhance the chocolate's flavor and color. The cocoa butter is filtered and purified to remove impurities. Once the cocoa butter is obtained, it is mixed with other key ingredients: powdered milk, sugar, and soy lecithin. These ingredients are carefully weighed and combined in precise proportions to create the two signature layers of a Kinder Surprise egg. The outer layer of milk chocolate, which balances cocoa and sweetness, and the inner layer of white chocolate, which has a creamier and sweeter taste. The ingredients are mixed in large, rotating containers at controlled temperatures to ensure a smooth, even blend. The mixture then passes through steel rollers that compress and refine the solid particles to microscopic sizes, typically less than 20 microns. This step is crucial for giving the chocolate a silky and non-gritty texture. A key stage in producing high-quality chocolate is conching. This process takes place in large machines called conchis, where the chocolate mixture is continuously stirred under heat. Conching helps remove bitter and volatile compounds, resulting in a smoother, well-balanced flavor. The chocolate develops a smooth and creamy consistency before undergoing tempering, a controlled heating and cooling process that stabilizes the cocoa butter crystals. This step is essential for achieving a glossy finish and a firm texture that resists melting. Once tempered, the chocolate is stored in tanks at 30 degrees Celsius to maintain its fluidity and quality. It is continuously stirred to prevent lumps, while temperature and viscosity are carefully monitored to ensure it is ready for the next stage. The result is high-quality chocolate, prepared for molding into the signature Kinder Surprise egg shape. The plastic molds used to shape the eggs are thoroughly cleaned and sterilized to ensure hygiene and prevent contamination. They are slightly preheated to help the chocolate flow and adhere properly. The egg-forming process begins with tempered milk chocolate being poured into the molds through dosing nozzles. The molds are then placed in a rotary machine which spins them in multiple directions to ensure the chocolate evenly coats the interior, forming a thin and uniform layer. Next, the molds travel along a conveyor belt to a refrigerated tunnel where the chocolate is cooled to a precise temperature. This allows the outer milk chocolate layer to harden just enough to support the next step. Once the milk chocolate has solidified, a thinner layer of white chocolate is poured into the molds. The molds are rotated again to ensure even coverage inside the existing milk chocolate layer. Each yellow plastic capsule which contains the surprise toy is manufactured and assembled on a separate production line. The toys are carefully inserted, and the capsules undergo strict safety checks. The capsules are then automatically placed at the center of one half of the chocolate egg. High-precision machines align the two halves, one containing the capsule and one without. The halves are joined using light pressure and a touch of heat, allowing the chocolate to act as a natural adhesive. This step ensures that the egg is completely sealed and that the surprise capsule is securely enclosed. Each Kinder Surprise egg then undergoes automatic and manual inspections to verify that the halves are properly aligned and the seal is flawless. Once approved, the eggs are ready for the packaging stage. Each Kinder Surprise egg is individually wrapped in a thin aluminum foil, specially designed to protect it from light and moisture while preserving the chocolate's freshness. The aluminum sheets are cut to precise sizes and applied by automatic machines, which wrap each egg and seal the foil using pressure and heat. Sensors and cameras check that every egg is correctly wrapped and that the design is clear and uniform. This ensures that Kinder Surprise eggs reach consumers in perfect condition with their signature attractive packaging, high-quality chocolate, and an exciting surprise inside. And here, let's explore the journey of making guacamole and how avocados are processed in factory. With over 10 million tons enjoyed globally each year, much of it in guacamole and avocado-based sauces. In the US, over 500,000 tons of these products are consumed annually, with nearly half imported from Mexico. Avocado cultivation thrives in regions with favorable climates such as Mexico, California, and South America. Trees are grown in well-drained soils with ample sunlight, proper irrigation, and pest control. Once ripe, avocados are carefully harvested by hand or machinery to preserve quality. After collection, the fruits are swiftly transported to processing plants, where advanced technology ensures efficiency and quality. Processing begins with cleaning and inspecting avocados for contaminants. Automated systems sort and grade fruits based on size and quality. Perfect fruits are packed for sale, while others are designated for guacamole production. High-quality avocados are ripened in chambers, peeled, pitted, and transformed into a smooth paste mixed with ingredients like onion, tomato, cilantro, lemon juice, and spices. Guacamole is vacuum-packed and sealed to ensure freshness and extended shelf life before being labeled and distributed to supermarkets. Innovations in processing and sustainability enhance efficiency while reducing waste. As we continue, let's take a look at how popcorn is made in a factory. The process starts with selecting high-quality corn kernels. These kernels are cleaned to remove dust and unwanted particles. After cleaning, they are dried to the right moisture level, which is crucial for making them pop properly. Next, the kernels are placed into large popping machines where they are heated using hot air or oil. The heat causes the moisture inside the kernels to turn into steam, making them expand and pop into fluffy popcorn. Once popped, the popcorn is seasoned with butter, cheese, caramel, or other flavors. It is then cooled to keep it crispy and fresh. After cooling, the popcorn is carefully packed into bags, boxes, or microwavable packets. Finally, the packaged popcorn goes through quality checks before being shipped to stores. The journey of Lay's chips starts with high-quality potatoes. These potatoes are sourced from carefully selected farms, ensuring only the best are used for production. Each potato is selected based on strict standards for size, shape, and moisture content. When the potatoes arrive at the Lay's factory, they are immediately prepared for processing. Each batch is unloaded and sent through an initial sorting system where any substandard or damaged potatoes are removed. Only the best potatoes make it to the next stage. The first step in the factory is cleaning. Potatoes are washed multiple times to remove dirt and debris. With high-pressure water jets, scrub the potatoes to ensure no traces of soil remain. After cleaning an automated inspection process, checks for imperfections, ensuring every potato meets the company's high standards. After washing, the potatoes are peeled with automated peelers carefully remove the skin, ensuring minimal waste. Once peeled, the potatoes are sliced into thin, uniform pieces. The thickness is critical to thick, and the chips won't be crispy too thin, and they'll burn during frying. Once sliced, the potato slices are sent to large fryers. Lay's uses a proprietary blend of high-quality oils to fry the chips to perfection. The temperature and timing are closely monitored by advanced machinery to ensure each batch has that perfect golden brown hue and crispy texture. After frying, the chips are drained to remove excess oil. This step is crucial not only for taste, but also for the texture and shelf life of the chips. A gentle air cooling process helps reduce oil content, making the chips lighter and crunchier. Now comes the fun part, flavoring. Whether it's the iconic classic salted flavor or a tangy barbecue, each batch of chips is evenly coated with the perfect amount of seasoning. Lay's uses state-of-the-art machines to ensure consistent seasoning across every chip. Before packaging, each chip goes through rigorous quality control checks. Employs cutting-edge optical scanners and automated systems that check each chip for defects. Chips that are too dark, misshapen, or damaged are removed from the line, ensuring that only the highest quality chips reach consumers. Once the chips pass quality control, they are sent to the packaging stage. Lay's signature bags are filled with the right amount of chips and sealed to preserve freshness. These bags are designed with airtight seals to keep the chips crispy from the factory to your table. Lay's sells approximately 1.5 million bags per day globally. This number reflects Lay's popularity as one of the leading snack brands. However, sales can fluctuate based on promotional campaigns, holidays, and other factors. And here we have a beef sausages factory. The production of sausages starts with selecting the finest cuts of meat. The meat is then trimmed of excess fat and diced into small pieces. Next, the meat is fed into a grinding machine, where it is minced to the desired consistency. This step is crucial in ensuring that the sausage has a smooth and even texture. Once the meat is minced, it is time to add seasonings and spices. This is where the magic happens, as the blend of spices gives each type of sausage its unique flavor profile. Ingredients such as salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika are commonly used to enhance the taste. Meanwhile, natural casings made from the intestines of animals are prepared for filling. These casings are flexible and allow the sausage to retain its shape while cooking. The seasoned meat mixture is then fed into a sausage stuffing machine, which fills the casings with the meat mixture. The machine ensures that the sausages are evenly filled and properly sealed. After the sausages are filled, they are linked together to form long chains. This process helps in portioning the sausages and makes them easier to handle during cooking. Some sausages are then smoked to enhance their flavor. They are hung on racks in a smoking room, where they are exposed to a controlled amount of smoke for a specific period of time. This adds a rich, smoky flavor to the sausages. Finally, the sausages are ready for packaging. They are either vacuum sealed for freshness or placed in trays for display. The packaging ensures that the sausages remain fresh and flavorful until they reach the consumer's plate. Bread production is a fascinating process, where each loaf moves through a series of high-tech machines, all working together to ensure a perfect result. The process begins with loading the main ingredients, flour, water, yeast, and sugar, into large mixers. Each ingredient flows into the mixer in precise amounts to ensure consistency in the dough. Once inside the mixer, the ingredients are combined, forming a thick and elastic dough. This step is crucial for developing the bread's texture. Once fermented, the dough is transferred to a machine called the divider. This machine portions the dough into individual pieces, which will become individual loaves or buns. Next, the dough pieces move to the shaping station, where they are molded into various forms. This machine ensures that each piece has the correct shape and size. After shaping the dough, enters a large industrial oven for baking. The oven is precisely temperature-controlled, allowing each loaf to bake evenly, resulting in a golden crust and a soft, airy interior. Inside the oven, the dough expands as it bakes, creating that irresistible fresh bread aroma. This stage gives the bread its structure and flavor. Once baked, the bread needs time to cool before packaging. Conveyor belts carry the freshly baked loaves through a cooling area, where they gradually return to room temperature. This step is essential as packaging. Warm bread could lead to condensation and affect its shelf life. Once cooled, the bread heads to the packaging stage. Here, a specialized machine wraps each loaf, preserving its freshness. These machines can pack up to 45 products per minute and can use different packaging methods, either sealing with heat or closing with clips. The journey of canned peaches begins in the orchard, where peaches are carefully hand-picked at the peak of ripeness. The timing is crucial to ensure that only the sweetest, juiciest peaches make their way into the canning process. Once harvested, the peaches are immediately transported to the factory to maintain freshness and prevent spoilage. Upon arrival at the factory, the peaches are thoroughly washed to remove any dirt or pesticides. The cleaning process involves a series of water jets and soft brushes, ensuring that every peach is spotless. After cleaning, the peaches are sorted by size and quality. Only the best peaches free from bruises or blemishes continue on to the canning process. Next, the peaches are peeled. In most factories, this is done using a combination of hot water or steam, which loosens the skin for easy removal without damaging the fruit. Once peeled, the peaches are pitted. After pitting, the peaches are sliced or halved. The pieces are carefully measured to ensure uniformity in each can. Meanwhile, a sweet syrup made from sugar and water is prepared. This syrup helps preserve the peaches and enhances their natural sweetness during storage. Now it's time to fill the cans. The peach slices are placed into the cans and the syrup is poured in until each can is filled to the perfect level. The cans are then sealed tightly, with lids ensuring that no air can enter and spoil the peaches. To make sure the peaches are safe to eat for months or even years, the sealed cans are heated in large pressure cookers. This process, called sterilization, kills any bacteria or microorganisms that could cause spoilage. The cans are heated to a precise temperature and pressure for a set amount of time, preserving the peaches without the need for any artificial preservatives. After sterilization, the cans are cooled down and sent to the labeling area. Each can is carefully labeled with information about the product, such as its weight and the type of syrup used. Finally, the labeled cans are packed into boxes and prepared for distribution. These cans will soon be on their way to grocery stores, ready for customers to enjoy. As we continue exploring how beloved treats are made, let's take a closer look at the process behind factory-made apple pies. The process starts with fresh apples that are washed, peeled, and sliced into even pieces. These slices are mixed with sugar, cinnamon, and other spices to make the delicious filling. At the same time, dough is prepared, rolled out, and shaped into pie crusts. The filling is carefully added, and a top crust is placed to seal the pie. Each pie is then baked in large ovens until golden and fragrant. Once cooled, the pies are packaged securely and sent to stores so they're ready for customers to enjoy at home. Few foods have achieved the iconic status of Nutella, a velvety chocolate hazelnut spread that has captured the hearts of millions around the world. The process of making Nutella begins with the extraction of cocoa powder from cocoa beans, which are harvested from cocoa trees in West Africa and left to dry for about 10 days. Typically, cocoa beans contain approximately 50% cocoa butter. To reduce the beans into a liquid form, they are roasted, and the cocoa butter is often extracted for use in other chocolate products. The next key ingredient is hazelnuts, which are inspected to ensure they meet high-quality standards. The hazelnuts used in Nutella come from orchards primarily found in Mediterranean climates and various parts of the world, including Turkey, Italy, Chile, and the USA. Turkey's Black Sea region is the world's largest producer of hazelnuts. The hazelnut harvest takes place between the beginning of August and the end of September. To ensure a consistent supply of fresh and quality hazelnuts, cultivation also occurs in countries in the Southern Hemisphere, providing an additional harvest between February and March. once roasted, the hazelnuts are combined with pure cocoa powder, skimmed milk, and sugar. These ingredients are blended into a smooth paste and prepared for packaging. According to the company, approximately 50 hazelnuts can be found in each jar of Nutella. This ensures that every jar is uniform in both look and taste.